Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of my survival multiplayer series on the 77th Combine Hard Mode Survival Realm. Today we're going to work on the base a little bit. I've had this episode recorded and done, and my mic wasn't working for half of it, and then my interface was giving me troubles, and at some point I just decided to start over, get a new mic, get a new interface, and start this episode over because I wanted to sound the best I can for you guys and to make the most sense. And before it was really choppy, and I was going days between recording, so all this stuff I've already talked about and over again, so I apologize if I stumble on my words or repeat myself or stuff doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'm trying my best to kind of make this make sense for you because you haven't been dealing what I've been dealing with the past 3 days. So let's go check out what I've been working on. So first off, we got a portal linked up to our area over here. I decided to put it over here and not up in the hill over there because I wanted to kind of have this as the visual when you come into the base. If people are visiting or anything like that, they can actually see the big stuff and not be inside of it. So I wanted the portal to kind of be over here. And then as you'll see on this map, this is like the whole area. We're right about here where these trees are on the bottom. And you can see the dirt paths and everything. And then that little wood thing right there in the middle is where the map is at. Actually, let me turn this on. Right here is where we're standing right now. And so this will be the area with most of the big builds and hills. And then over here is a flat area that I think would be good for some sort of like resistance style open base setup with ships and designs and storage and whatever else out here, kind of all out in the open since this is big and flat. This area over here, I kind of want to keep the natural terrain look and get it to resemble as much of the planet Scarif from Rogue One as possible. Probably make this bay a little bit more shallow and fill it in with sand and sandstone so it kind of has this just the color palette of the water with the sand. I think that would make it really cool looking over here. Maybe patches of gravel or terracotta or something in here, but for the most part I kind of want to keep this as natural as possible. Maybe I'll put some structures in here, but I don't know yet. But anyway, so each of these areas kind of has its own little theme that it's going to be based on, and it's usually going to be referenced by a different Star Wars movie or a different era or a different scene within a movie, so I'm probably going to reference that a lot. And I am going to have to cater this to a Minecraft environment because obviously we are in Minecraft, and you know, making an X-Wing is going to look a little weird out here on a certain scale. And obviously a lot of people watching this might not be Star Wars fans or might not care about all that stuff. So I am going to do my best to actually keep this Minecraft focused and not so much Star Wars focused, but I'm just starting off that way with these kind of references in mind, so people that are aware or are curious to where I'm getting my influences for this area and inspiration from. It's pretty much from Rogue One, Return of the Jedi, and a little bit of the new trilogy as far as interior for the First Order's bases go. That's probably what the interior is going to be. And then there's just going to be a lot of fantasy and other things that aren't Star Wars related at all that I'll be working on. And obviously things like this, sugarcane farm, like that's not in Star Wars, and this build palette is not in Star Wars, but I'll go over that later. So don't worry if you're not a Star Wars fan or don't care or don't understand what I'm talking about. I won't reference them forever. And yeah, it's just there just for a point of reference for people that may be curious as to where my inspiration comes from. So I said sugarcane farm. I wanted to make those maps, and we had like 5 sugarcane at this base, so decided to make Silent Whispers zero-tick sugarcane farm, and not the new ones that deal with the chunk loading in and out and all that stuff, just the other one where the water source gets updated with these pistons going back and forth. And it seems to be working. I got a good amount of sugarcane so far, and I really wish this worked with bamboo and cactus because I'm needing a lot of cactus for green dye already to help make cyan terracotta to make cyan dye, and the bamboo would help with this furnace because I'm already running out of coal because I don't have a fortune pick yet. And yeah, so anyways, I might be building some of those other farms soon, but because we're a multiplayer server, there's going to be people in and out of the area. Not often, but maybe occasionally, and I don't want to really mess with that sort of game mechanic yet. But anyways, let's go over what we've done so far. So you can see that I've built the portal, I've talked about this, talked about the map, and I've been setting up the just these temporary roads. I might make these more permanent later. I'll probably take this out, or at least theme it to the build palette that I'm looking for. But I just wanted to clean this area up and kind of lay out the look I'm going for. I kind of want to keep a lot of the natural look over here, probably not building with a lot of woods. Probably will be building with a lot of stone like this, a lot of coarse dirt for paths, maybe path blocks. I really don't want to mess with the natural look of this terrain. I might pretty it up a little bit, you know, stone half slabs and stairs, maybe in here where there's stone segments, and add some, maybe make this lake go through and around and surround this island, things like that. But for the most part, I want to keep the natural look and not totally take over the environment with structures, although there will be structures peeking in and out of maybe the top of this hill and the sides of the mountain over here, or underwater, or, you know, just things like that. And obviously things that are built out here. But for the most part, because this biome is so good looking as it is, like it looks like someone like Scar came through here and terraformed already. Like it just looks really cool. But other than that, I really don't want to mess with it a whole lot. And I've already thought about hills like these, like maybe I might make them taller, you know, like taller peaked mountains or something like that. But that's going to come with time as I find inspiration and desire to do certain things like that. But anyway, so I've been building these paths. I had a campfire. I think I just accidentally crafted that and put it here. One thing I've noticed, because I wanted to bring out jungle trees, so I brought over some bamboo and jungle wood, or jungle saplings. The shattered savanna biome, the jungle leaves don't look like they normally do on Bedrock. Like normally they're solid, you can't see through them, and they have like little orange and yellow colors in them. But these just look like kind of like oak leaves, and that's the same thing with the acacia. So that'll be kind of cool to plant maybe the 4 wide version, or the 4, whatever you call that, the bigger jungle variants, and have those peeking in and out, and it'll keep the leaves kind of the same schematic or the same look. So that'd be kind of cool. Forgive the mess. This was mainly just counting out stuff and trying to center this on what I've done over there so far. But this is going to be kind of the foundation for maybe a lot of the paths out here, is just the bottom half slabs of smooth stone. And then I'm thinking cyan terracotta, because it's easy to mine and easy to make rather than concrete. Use cyan terracotta as like the edges and maybe some of the pillars. I have to go back and watch Rogue One a little bit. I know I promised I wouldn't bring that up too much, but I have to go back and watch and kind of look and see how they do their pillars and how they do certain things. But anyways, as you can see, I dug out this, and this is where the center of the base is going to be. I did dig out more up, and I think as far as this next level, this will be as high as I go. Maybe a little bit peeking out here and there, maybe a tower to the top or something peeking out the middle. But as far as large base building, I think this is as tall as I want to go because of the mountain up here. Like I said, I don't want to mess with that a whole lot. On this side, I feel like it would be cool to have like a bay window, maybe have the base come out maybe in a square, or maybe even rounded with the mountain, and kind of have like a glass and, you know, dark looking overview thing right here, or maybe even a little hangar opening or a landing pad or something. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go. I just needed stuff to do and started digging out a hole, and it actually just happened, and I didn't do this on purpose, but when I marked this out as a 25 by 25, I just kind of picked a good spot on the hill, and that bridge over there, I just kind of picked a good spot where the terrain would lead to a good bridge, and it lined up to the block, centered over where I started the bridge and over to this 25 by 25 room. So I was like super excited about that, because I get really OCD about things being even, and if this was like 2 blocks off, I would have moved this whole thing over and started it over. But not a huge deal, but I just thought that was one of those things that worked out really well, and I was really happy about it. Hey, what's up, buddy? But I just kind of wanted to show you what else I've been working on up here. I just kind of been marking out like, okay, this is the 25 by 25 pillar where the base is. Kind of looking at where the mountain lines up, where the base would poke through, where it wouldn't, where I want to kind of terraform and help things along, and where I want to leave it. So you might just see random pillars and lights here and there, and I can't really explain it all and make you understand what I'm understanding, but it's all in my head, and I promise you that it will make sense once it starts coming along. Uh-oh, creep up. Run! No. All right, where's my bow? Where's my bow? Get him. Get out of here, dude. I'm trying to make a video. My goodness. That kind of stuff is making me miss not having a mushroom island. I looked a little bit more, too, around here, and there's nothing close by. So I think I'm just giving up on that idea altogether. But anyways, over here, I kind of made this little bridge because there's a little mountain peak sticking out that's not very big. And I think it would be cool maybe this part to take out the terrain, or maybe form it around a little bit of a support beam, and having a spaceship landing pad here, and having one of those thin Star Wars-esque walkways, you know, coming from this little area over across to there, like sticking out by itself. I think that would be pretty cool. So I went ahead and just marked this out a little bit. So other than that, I've just been marking out stuff here, like this netherrack won't stay. I've been mining a bit. I happened to find a mine shaft that's under our base, under the savanna, and off that distance, there's a dual spider spawner that's about 3 blocks away from being close enough to be a dual spawner. I might make that something where I could run around back and forth and just have, you know, make it a string farm or something, where I can just kind of collect string while I'm hanging out there and crafting other things. But that mine shaft needs to be explored a little more. So that's pretty much all I've been working on as far as this base area. I know it's not really a whole lot, just talking about it for a few minutes, but that's been about 4 or 5 days of work since the last episode. I've been working pretty heavily on getting this area kind of set up and getting resources gathered. And oh, hey, what's going on? I found a cat. What should I name my cat? I'm kind of thinking name her Princess Leia, but let me know in the comments what you guys think I should name her, because yeah, I think Leia and Star Wars names would be cool. But anyways, yeah, I know it doesn't look like a whole lot, but it really has been taking me a long time, and I promise the next episode won't be more of a recap, but actual footage of me doing the things that I'm talking about. And so yeah, just those production issues I've been having, this is kind of what I've referred to. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this and go to Spawn, check out Spawn Town, see what's changed, and let you guys see a little bit of over there, and that'll be about it for the episode. So I'll be right back. So the Minecon streams were today, and I'm having a hard time like getting excited for it, even though I want to, because it's cool. Like Minecraft's expanding, they're doing all these cool things. Look, there's kitties. But it's just hard to get excited when Bedrock Realms are just having so much issues at the moment that I really wish they would fix first before going into all this. And I know that that stuff is not like, oh, hey, like this is cool. Like everyone loves bug fixes and that's exciting to announce. But it seems like once a day, twice a day, we get corrupted chunks where chunks won't load. And then if we happen to log out, or if it's near a portal when someone's trying to come through, they get stuck in the portal or they can't log in until the whole realm gets reset. And that's become quite the issue, because 2 or 3 times a day that happens. And then once or twice a day, we get a rollback where it kicks everybody off of the realm and then rolls back to about 15 to 20 minutes prior to that, sometimes 30 minutes. Sometimes, I think 30 minutes is the longest we've had, but it's kind of disheartening to know that any minute I could lose 30 minutes of work, and considering I only get a couple hours a day to record anyways, like that 30 minutes means a lot, and I don't want to have all those rollbacks. But anyways, I'm still excited about I think the mountains one. And yeah, I think everyone was rooting for swamps as far as Minecraft YouTubers and bigger name people. I think we were all kind of looking for the swamp because it came with new wood and other things like that. But so I think goats will be cool. I honestly didn't look into any of them too much. I didn't vote. Like I said, it was just hard for me to get into it because and it might be an age thing, or I'm just getting old and cranky and I just don't want to deal with new things, because I'm still learning how to deal with villagers from the last update, and I'm still learning how to make a raid farm and all the new mechanics of different things that have changed. Like, it's getting hard to keep up with these things, and I don't have the time and energy every day to constantly learn this stuff. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of tell you, like, yeah, that stuff is all cool and I'm excited for it, but I really haven't looked into it too much, and I'm really hoping that they decide to fix a lot of these bugs, because it's kind of frustrating. But anyways, as you've been seeing as I walk around a little bit, this is our spawn town. It's been coming along a little bit. I think most people have finally decided to pick their spots and have moved away from spawn a little bit. You can see someone built a tree farm, a multi-level tree farm. That looks pretty cool. There's a village over here that they wanted as a public village that we can each kind of go in and design up a little bit. I don't think they're worried about saving the villagers or anything much, but there's a couple more spawn houses being built up here, chicken farm. I found a jungle and brought over cocoa beans by request. We already saw that. We brought over the bamboo, brought over some jungle saplings and vines. And So yeah, Spawn's coming along. Like I said, I think most people have kind of gotten their stuff together and moved on, but it's always nice to have a good Spawn set up for when new people join the realm and can have a good foundation to go off of and community things to use to get them started before they head off. But so yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I have no idea how long it is. I'm guessing it's going to be a short one. But anyways, if you happen to like this at all and have someone you can recommend this to, please do. And I would appreciate that so much. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I know what you guys are doing. You're waiting for the blooper to come. And you know what? This time, I didn't really mess up that much, enough to make a funny blooper. So sorry to waste your time. I'm sure next time I'll have one though. Bye.